Hello everyone, this is the third module of chapter 3, Interior of Earth. In this module, we will discuss the earthquake waves. As you know, all natural earthquakes take place only in the lithosphere. Means the lithosphere, the depth of the lithosphere is up to the depth of 200 kilometers from the surface of the earth. Basically, earthquake waves are two types, body waves and surface waves. But again we can divide these body waves in two parts, primary waves and secondary waves. So in this way we can say that there are three major types of earthquake waves, primary waves, secondary waves and surface waves. First of all, we move to the primary waves. Why they called as primary? Because they reach to the earth's surface first, that's why they called as primary. These are the first body waves, the one that travel the fastest and through any type of medium, means they can pass through from solid, liquid as well as gas. So by the study of this kind of waves we can suspect or we can imagine the interior about the earth. They propagate longitudinal on the propagation direction and are harmless in terms of earthquake damage. Means the propagation of these kind of waves are direct in the motion of wave. Here you can see this is the direction of the propagation as well as the direction of the wave. This kind of propagation, or we can say due to the P waves, there is a squeezing as well as stretching held in the rocks. So for the squeezing as well as the stretching held due to the P kind of waves. The next waves is secondary waves. These are called secondary because they reach up to the surface after the primary waves. That's why they called as secondary waves. These are shear waves which arrive after the primary waves. They are also body waves, but they only propagate through a solid medium, means they can't through or they can't move through the liquid or a gaseous material. So by the study of this kind of wave we can, means from the material or from the area where these waves can pass is must be a solid material. So by the study of this kind of wave we also imagine about the interior of earth. They are also rarely do any significant damage. The propagation of this kind of waves perpendicular to the image, means the propagation of this kind of waves is perpendicular to the image. Here you can see this is the direction of propagation and this is the direction of the wave. So with this kind of propagation or this kind of movement of the wave, there is a upliftment or the downfall of the rocks. So there is a formation of creeps, means this is a creased, as well as form a trough. This is a trough, this is a creased, the uplifted part called creased and the downfall part called trough. So the formation of creased and trough due to the S kind of waves. The third type of waves are surface waves. Again we can divide in two parts, R waves mean relying waves and the second one is love waves. Most damage, these are causes for the most damage as opposed to the body waves. S and P's, body waves, S and P waves are called body waves. There's another question, why S and P called as body waves? Because they move from the focus we discussed in the previous video. From focus there is a relaxation of the energy, means energy released from the focus and reached to the surface, or we can say the different part of the earth surface in a radial motion. So wherever there is a formation of the radial, these radial energy, they generate or we can say they move from the earth body. That's why P and S waves called as body waves. But the surface waves generate due to the refraction as well as reflection of P and S waves. That's why they develop at surface area, that why they called as surface waves. They propagate on the surface and carry the vast majority of the energy felt on the surface. In other words, these are what we feel when we experience an earthquake. Means the focus, the area from where the energy is passed, and the epicenter is the area from the where we energy feel. So the surface waves felt us as a energy form. This happened because although they move slower than body waves, their particular particle movement is much more pronounced. That's why they are the most destructive kind of waves. Here you can see there is a formation of trough, creased, squeezings as well as stretching. So these are the most destructive waves. Another surface waves is love waves. Actually there is no relation with the love. The Oxford University professor developed on this movement and developed these kind of waves. So on his name, on honoring him, the name of this kind of waves called as love waves. The movement are the most destructive outside the immediate area of the epicenter. Love waves can be devastating, means they are responsible for the wide destruction activity. Here you can see this kind of movement also. This is the love waves, means, or we can say the surface waves. Thank you.